Hello and welcome to the Pinnacle Athletic Complex here in colorful Colorado, where we'll be watching the Utah Wild take on the Colorado Alpenglow in Alpenglow's first home game, not just of the season, but of program history, because this is the first year that the great state of Colorado has had a women's and non-binary matching player professional team here in the state. Hi, I'm Emily Brixey, or Brix, and I'm joined here today doing commentary with my good friend, good Ultimate player, and phenomenal goaltee player, Emily Harrell.
Hi there. You can call me E. Glad to be joining you here today.
Awesome, and we're all glad that you're here with us on the stream as well. So I know I'm looking forward to just seeing some big athletes make some big plays. That's always what I'm looking for in these games. Emily, what are you looking for?
Well, as you mentioned, this is Colorado's first home game, despite being their fourth game of this season, actually. So it's been a rocky start, 0-3. But here at home, we've got the home turf, we've got our own fans in the stadium, and they have a chance to set the pace and set the tone and get into a rhythm here. That being said, Utah Wild delivered Colorado's first loss of the season. So knowing Colorado will be looking for revenge, Utah will need to come out firing, pushing that pace and making plays, which we know they're capable of. Definitely.
So who are our players to watch this game? Who do we think is going to be making some of these big plays to try and get that W?
Well, if Colorado wants to secure the win, we're definitely going to be looking at Akane Kleinkoff today. She has been a rock in the handler set on offense for this team thus far. She is confident, calm, and really steady, passing that vibe along to the other 6 players on the field. And with Colorado needing to focus on possession, I think she'll make a big impact there.
Definitely.
On the other side, I recommend keeping an eye on Paige Kircher, and not just because she is an avid Ultimate player. Paige is a true athlete, and she makes big plays in choice moments, and has shown her impact so far on the professional stage. I think we'll see some more today.
Awesome. Well, I know we're looking forward to it in the booth. The players are out warming up. The crowd is filling in the stands, and we will be right back with you to watch the Utah Wild take on the Colorado Alpenglow.
I really want to show young girls that they can be athletes too. I've struggled with imposter syndrome, and I've really had to ground myself in why I play. I play because it's fun. I like to compete. I like to show it with my teammates. I like to push myself to be the best. And I think being out there and doing that for them and having other people see and potentially think that, hey, that can be me one day, that's really exciting.
I know I've struggled in my own life to take up space, and I think that it's so amazing that the Ultimate Field has changed that for me. That I can get out there and I'm no, I know I am a good cutter and I know what I need to do here and I know my role on the team. And I think that it's just helped me open up so much. It's also led to more confidence for myself, and I really want for other women and non-binary folk to see that, oh, they're out there doing this. How do I get into that? What does that look like? What's my role there?
I really liked a combination of both endurance and shorter, more competitive sprints, and then also going up directly against players. And I think that also is what attracted me to Ultimate as well. Understanding what you're capable of doing is just a really great experience that kind of drives you to just get better at those individual skills in sports.
My Ultimate story, I've been fortunate to have coaches and friends and the community to encourage me to be the player that I am today and ultimately fall in love with the sport of Ultimate. So I hope that the Western Ultimate League, like this program we have today, the Open Side, we continue to connect and welcome new fans and future players and continue growing this community that we all love. I think hopefully one day that someone will fall in love with the sport as much as I love it.
I think that's the biggest thing for me, is just knowing that we're giving an opportunity and visibility to the sport for young women. It's the best thing.
One more time.
Oh,
yeah! Oh yeah!
Baby!
Cody!
Welcome back. We are getting ready to watch the Colorado Alpenglow take on Utah Wild here at home. The crowds are filling the stands, and we are looking forward to what's going to be a good game.
Yes, indeed. We just had the flip, and Colorado will be starting on defense with Utah Wild starting on offense, receiving the disc.
Players are just huddling up. Looks like the Alpenglow is taking a quick second. Just to recap, they're really looking for this W today. First one of the season, hopefully. And if the fans have anything to say about it, I think they're going to squeak one out.
Yes, definitely hearing some original cheers from the stands right now.
And just for a reminder at home, the professional rules here are a little bit different. In particular, there's a big change with stall counts. We'll only be doing a stall count of 7, which is not the traditional USAU rule. So we're expecting, if you haven't watched a WUL game before, some quick plays, which always make for really, really exciting content.
Indeed. Also, the format is going to be a little bit different. We will have 4 quarters, each 12 minutes apiece. Even when the time runs out for that quarter, the possession will continue until there is a score or that possession is lost. So we're not looking for any real buzzer beaters here. You want to maintain that possession. And we're also not playing to a score. We're playing to time, which may be a change for some of you all.
Looks like Alpenglow is getting ready to pull the disc from number 99, Rory Veldman. Coach Eccles out on the field, getting his team ready to play some defense. And here we go, the first pull of the the first home game ever. Let's go, Rory. The disc is up.
Excellent pull from Veldman.
Looks like Paige Kircher is going to center to Vespra Aragon. Looking up line. Handler's just playing back and forth. Alpenglow's playing fantastic downfield defense. Disc goes to Corey Bingham. Back to Paige Kircher with a great grab. Back to Aragon. Lots of handler movement. Jen Cogburn gets that disc. Back in the center of the field to number 24, Sarah Stoller. Sarah Stoller back to Aragon. Wild's just really working it with their handler movement right now. And the disc goes up into the end zone, looking for Corey Bingham. Oh, great defense by Rory Veldman, number 99, and Alpenglow gets the disc here on getting a no look. Oh, looks like there's been a call.
Perhaps looks like a stall called.
Here's that replay. Great D by Veldman.
Great read, great play. And the disc stays there.
Swinging it to Reich. He's going to look for Alex Daniels in the center of the field. Back out to her handler. To Rory Veldman, number 99. To number 12, Fern. Great grab. Alpenglow's right on the end, the sideline here. Looking back to center it.
Looks like a foul called on the field. Players have 15 seconds to resolve a call. Looks like they got there in maybe 3.
And Marilyn Reich has the disc. Right in the center of the field. Oh, great D by number 2. Looks like Brooke Stanislawski. Great D. All right, Wild moving again with that disc. Finding center from Paige to number 2. Brooke again. Has a disc to, oh, great bid by Aragon. She's going to keep that up for her team. And Wild is going to find number 58, Paige Kircher in the end zone.
What did we say? We said look out for Kircher. Looked like Wild was doing a good job moving it up that fourth side.
All right, got that D. Then you'll see these quick turns, quick plays. Great save there again by Aragon. Great player. Quick passes back to Paige.
Wide open Kircher.
Do you think that's her goal T skill set coming into play here? Just constant field awareness?
I mean, I wouldn't say no, but I am biased.
All right, we got a pull up here from Wild. Is Alpenglow's going to come down on their first O point? Akane to Pesh to center the disc. Swinging it out wide to Sarah Ito. Ito Burrito. Just outside of the range of Sarah Pesh right there. So it looks like Utah Wild is going to get a chance to converge. Big fast tuck right away, looking for number 12. Oh, but Pesh comes down with that D, gets the disc back for her team, and she's going to pick it up for another chance to score here.
Fun fact about Pesh, she is the tallest person in her family. That paid off just now.
Yes, it did. All right, easy center to, well, not an easy center, great D, to Jade McLaughlin, looking for Aubrey Dietrich. Kristen Reed's going to save that disc, though. Again, Jade McLaughlin with a big huck, looking for Abby Torpedo here with a bid. Oh, it's beautiful. Those are the plays we're looking for here in Colorado.
Love the shoe shine celebration.
Big celebrations here from the fan. We got our Glow Boys down in the field doing a nice little chat. Here's that replay again. See Jade get it. She sees Torpedo there, and you can't stop her. That's a big, big throw, big layout. I don't know. I think the crowd is pleased, Dee. What do you think?
I certainly am pleased. Anytime I see Thorpe going deep, I know I want to put it. I know her range is huge. I can put it a little too high, a little too far, and she's got it every time. Certainly a playmaker. Now Alpenglow looking for their opportunity for a break. Trying to score, starting out on defense.
Definitely got Betsy Bash here with the pull. Beautiful puller.
She's a beautiful puller, or the pull is beautiful?
Both.
Why not both?
Why not both? ¿Por qué no los dos? All right. Wild's holding the disc, looking for Kircher up the line, not quite there. Throw to Kircher. Two Wild players in line with that disc.
Once again, Paige Kircher with the score.
Once again, Paige Kircher. Oh, shoe shine to shoe shine.
It's certainly a celebration battle now.
Here's that play again. So far, it's been a bit of a game of huck and mid-range looks. It's been exciting.
It certainly has, and I mean, with the two deep Ds from Alpenglow, I think they came out taking away the under and trying to force Wild to put that again. They just weren't close enough, or honestly, it was just the throw was a dime. And it's going to be hard to take that away, whether or not they're backing their people or staying between those people in the disc.
Pull coming up here from Wild. Hustling down to play defense. Looks like Akane's going to be picking up that disc. Pesh was covered there real quick. Ooh, quick off the hands of Kristen Reed. Alpenglow's going to have to play some quick defense here. Center to number 21, Kaylee Caldwell, who finds number 4, Lily Terpstra, and back to 21, Kaylee Caldwell, and that's going to be a break for the Utah Wild.
Yeah, we saw an uncharacteristic drop from Kristen Reed, who's a leading goal scorer in other veins of Ultimate.
As well, yeah, big player at Club Nationals this last season with Molly Brown.
That's correct.
Here's that
Took
replay
home the
again.
championship. But yeah, whether it's nerves or just thinking about the next throw before the catch, unfortunately resulted in a score by the Wild.
We've all been victims to that. You're just like, oh, where's my next throw going? And you don't quite grab the disc in time.
That's right.
All right, well, we're going to get another look at the Alpenglow's offense here. And that pull is up. Again, Akane catching that disc, centering to Pesh, who finds Jade McLaughlin. Defense is now set. Back to center. to Pesh, finds Aubrey Dietrich. Dietrich, a nice lefty looking, easy. Kristen Reed grabs that, looking for Torpedo again. Gorgeous. Nice layout, too. Great attempt by number 16, Shea Wallen on Utah Wild, but not going to stop the Torpedo there.
Yeah, that was tight D from Wallen. But as I mentioned before, Thorpe's going deep, getting the disc.
And here's that play again.
Reed ensuring that the catch is made this time, and then sees the opportunity and takes it. A nice, easy offense for Alpenglow.
I mean, and that's what you want to see, right, Emily? You want to see your O-line just kind of be able to walk it down the field, make it look easy.
Absolutely. Well, not if you're on defense.
Well, the O-line. Yeah. Oh, yes. Well, your O-line. You want to see your O-line do that.
Correct.
Great point.
Yeah, you don't want to be holding your breath stressed out the whole time.
As you can tell, I don't play D-line. I turned 30. I don't run anymore. All right, Veldman up with the pull.
Another excellent pull from Veldman.
Aragon's going to pick that up, looking for number 2. Brooke again. Finds Paige Kircher. Ooh, who's got a little bit of a spicy crossfield throw, looking to number 9. But Veldman is going to come down with that D.
I mean, great vision, great opportunity to change up the field. Just maybe hung in the air a quarter second too long, so Veldman could get there and get that D.
And I think we got Mymack picking up that disc. To Alex Daniels, looking for Veldman. Easy grab so far. Veldman's got a couple extra seconds as the defense sets up on them. Finds Reich there back in the center.
Good patience.
Ooh, great defense there on that handler reset.
Very good pressure.
And Stoller, great pressure. Stoller gets that disc right back. Looks up for Corey Bingham. It's going to be a good matchup. Bingham and Reich comes down with that D in the air. Looks like there might be a call. No call. Just chatting about it.
Sometimes you're in the moment and you're not actually thinking and aware of what just happened, and you have to take an extra second, talk about it out loud.
Number 92 picking up that disc. And a Philly. No, not quite gonna work this time. And Wild will get it right on their end zone line. .58, Paige Kircher picking up that disc. Finds the easy inside with Jen Cogburn. Another point for Wild.
And another stat for Kircher.
And another stat for Kircher. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in this first quarter. It is Utah Wild 4, Colorado 2. Your scoreboard for our people watching our stream, which should update in just a second.
Yeah, that's tough to get that turn on the goal line there. Seems like Colorado's defensive plan is to have them have the Wild hook it deep. Really no chance to implement that on our own goal line.
I believe that's number 21, Kaylee Caldwell there with the pull for Wild. Pesh is gonna grab it, work to center it to Akane. He's gonna find Dietrich. He's gonna use her lefty skills to sneak out that disc past her defender. Akane to Thorpe. Thorpe keeps it in. Finds Sarah Ito. To Aubrey Dietrich again. Aubrey's looking. Just working it down the line really nicely here. And Kristen Reed to Jade McLaughlin. And that's going to be a score for the Wild. Jade is pumped about it.
No shoe shine this time, though.
No shoe shine, but the crowd is equally pleased. Quick score from the Colorado Alpenglow there. Nice and easy, working it down the field. And that's going to make our score 4-3. Utah Wild up just 1 point.
If Colorado wants to close out this quarter a little closer, this is where they got to bring the heat.
Looks like Veldman has the disc again. They've been doing a great job on the pulls. Makes sense they're gonna keep putting it. And the pull's up. Number 11 picking it up here. Kaylee Crisp to Paige Kircher again. Paige looking. No one was quite on that reset D there. Paige with the disc again. Ooh, number 9 is going to save that. K-Steak Williams, great play there. Number 1 Mac looking for the disc. Center it again to number 9, K-Steak. Paige Kircher just missed it slightly. Uncharacteristic for her. All right, and Alpenglow has the opportunity to break. Just to Marilyn Reich, to Rory Veldman. Rory's looking down the field. Got a relatively easy pass to Alex Daniels, who's going to put it. Look for Shayna Brock. And Shayna comes down with it. Alpenglow scores on a break, and it is now a 4-4 game.
Excellent read and box out by Brock, who was a little bit shorter than her defender, but was still able to make that play on that disc that hung for a little bit.
Exactly, and that's what these players are going to do at this level, right? I mean, they know how to read the disc, they know how to read their opponents, and they're going to make their best faith effort to make the play.
Absolutely. We've already seen some people put their body on the line out here today.
Got about 3 minutes left on the clock in this quarter. Coaching staff out there hustling off. I believe they only have 60 seconds between points.
That's correct.
So pretty quick change out. Joe and Thomas have to spit a lot of knowledge in a very short amount of time to that line. All right, Betsy Bash here with the pull. Colorado looking for another break. Looks like Corey Bingham is back in the handler space for a second. To Paige Kircher.
Oh, it's a play. Bingham deep from the handler set.
And looks like it could be a little bit short. Maddie Boyd in the space. Maddie Boyd's going to come down with that D.
Boyd not on Bingham to start, switches off to help and gets that D. Put it on the stat sheet.
Jess is going to pick up. Looking for number 12, Fern here. A little bit too low. Just can't dig it out of the ground there, and Wild's going to have a chance to put this disc in just outside, just on their goal line again. And Paige Kircher to Corey Bingham. He'll kick spike there.
Kircher once again involved in the Wild score.
She's having a great game. Props to whoever picked her as a player of a game, just saying.
Brush your shoulders off.
Well, the weather's great, not too windy. We're going to see some good big throws from these players. I'm having a good time. I think the crowd is.
Absolutely. Beautiful spring day here in Colorado.
Looks like Carly Atwell is going to be pulling here for the Utah Wild, number 27. Your clock on the stream is a bit off. We're actually at 2:08, I believe, left in this quarter. Score is Utah 5, Colorado Alpenglow 4. Centering to Pesh. Pesh to Jade, back to Pesh, easy center to Akane. Finds one of the Hannahs, number 5. Hannah Mimak. Oh, Pesh tries to sneak it into the center a little bit, and it gets steed by number 27, and Utah has a chance to break here. Utah Wild's just working it up the field. Two Wild players there. Number 25 ends up getting it, Madeline Hunter. Madeline Hunter, quick toss up, and great play by 21. Kaylee's gonna keep it alive, and then 8 is gonna come. Oh, looks like there might be a call.
So with the up or down on the disc, the observer is able to actively rule that up, and therefore a Utah Wild score.
Looks like the observer called it up. Let's check out this replay, see if we see the same thing. Very close there.
Definitely a hand underneath. It's so hard to tell when rotation stops. You really have to trust the player making the grab.
Got a quick shot here of our great fans out here. Great turnout. You know, like we said at the start of this stream, Colorado is really excited to have a women and non-binary matching player professional team, and you can see that here with all of these fans, all of these great signs. Glow Fern.
That's right. It's been a long time coming here. Very excited. Many of the players on Alpenglow traveled and played on other professional teams. I'm sure they're very happy to not have such a busy spring, flying to Arizona and Utah and all over. They get to stay home, drive to practice.
Exactly. Pulled by Kaylee Caldwell. Pesh is going to pick it up to Akane. Looking for Veldman. Veldman with a put. Looking for Reed. Looks like it's going to be a little bit deep.
Didn't quite get that edge falling toward Reed. It just sort of hung and went straight out the back. Reed's another player. If you see her streaking deep, you want to put it. You know she's bringing the speed. So I certainly understand why that throw went up.
Madeline Hunter picked up that disc. Ooh, great grab. Number 8 finds 16. Great grab by Molly Robbins and the quick put to Shayla Wallen.
Colorado did what they could there. They played that deep look the right way, someone in front and someone in back. And then as soon as the Wild player made that amazing grab, they peeled off and played defense.
Here's that grab again. Great read, great high point.
You see they both peel off and each take a side of Wallen, but just can't find the disc and get there fast enough.
Great patience by that Utah player. You know, not getting too amped up and finding a nice, cool, calm, easy option. Got about 30 seconds left on our clock here at the stadium. The score is Utah 7, Colorado 4, as we are potentially going to close out this quarter here on this last play.
That's right.
21 there with the pull.
And out of bounds.
There are a lot of lines on this field. Abby Thorpe is going to take that in the center.
Slightly different offensive set out here with Thorpe getting the disc up to Brock.
Looking to center it again. Nice grab, great read there by Shayna Brock. Marilyn Reich snags that straight out of the air. Great defense. It was a little bit tight looking there for the Alpenglow player. Looks like Alex Daniels is going to call a foul.
Looks like the call was retracted after a quick discussion.
And looks like a timeout's been called. Teams at this point can choose, either team can switch out their line if they wish, following a timeout. And now let's highlight one of our great sponsors here for the Colorado Alpenglow, Strive and Uplift. Strive and Uplift is proud to provide Colorado Alpenglow players with high-quality strength and conditioning programming. This ultimate-specific virtual offering supports players with lifting and field workouts, clinics around recovery, nutrition, and more. If you want to train like the Alpenglow, visit www.striveanduplift.com to learn more about virtual programming that fits your needs and goals.
Looks like Colorado's keeping the same line out there, but we changed out some Wild players, looking for a more offensive-minded group, perhaps.
Looks like Paige Kircher's going to pick up the disc here. Alex Daniel's still on that mark. And Paige is going to find Mac Perkett to Corey Bingham. Back to Paige Kircher. Didn't quite have that deep shot, playing a little bit safe here. We are at time. Jen Cogburn is going to make that grab. Great bid. Back to Paige, really running this handler offset. To Jen Cogburn. And Marilyn Reich doesn't quite come down with that D. Utah Wild score.
Yeah, very, very close, but Wild comes up with each of the grabs.
Mac Perkett there with the score. All right, and we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, just like the teams out here, and we will be back in just a second for the second quarter. Welcome back from that quick break. We are here in Colorado with the Colorado Alpenglow being challenged today by Utah Wild. And before we get started with this second quarter, we want to give another quick shout out to one of our sponsors, Ultimate Lending Team. The Ultimate Lending Team is proud to partner with the Colorado Alpenglow. Whether you're looking to buy your first home, an investment property, or an epic vacation home, the Ultimate Lending Team is here to help you with your mortgage and is licensed in 49 states. Visit www.ultimatelendingteam.com to learn more. We've got 12 minutes on the clock for this second quarter. The usual no surprise here. The Utah Wild are up 8 to the Colorado Alpenglow, who have 4 currently, but I think they're going to come out strong. The Alpenglow is playing really great defense right now. What are you looking to see here, Emily, in the second quarter?
From the Wild, we've been seeing defensive plays. They'll want to keep up that energy, and they're doing an excellent job changing the field on offense, working it up one side, and then fully switching the field and attacking, where Colorado just can't cover both sides. Colorado will need to match these big plays. We are not seeing the big defensive plays to get the disc back once there's a turnover. You know, the other option is to not turn it over.
Quick handler movements there in the handler space from the Alpenglow. Pesh to Thorpe. Thorpe looking for Ito Burrito. Wanted to find Jade there in the end zone, but it wasn't quite open. Back to Pesh, quick reset. Inside look. A little bit too much traffic, and a Utah Wild player, number 12, Carly Shelke, is going to come down with that D. To Kendra Miller. Back to Shelke. Looking for Shayla Wallen. It's not quite going to be able to chase that down. It was just tailing out of bounds. Kane's going to pick up that disc here on the sideline for Alpenglow. Pesh to Akane, a typical set to Thorpe. Finds Jade easy in the middle. Bump pass to Pesh. Pesh finds Akane inside. To Dietrich. Dietrich looking, trying to find a handler now. Finds Pesh. Pesh looking to reset. It's going to find Thorpe, who finds Dietrich for another score.
Great patience from the Colorado Alpenglow to work it all the way down the field. And we see a little bit of that changing the field, working it down this side closest to us, closest to the fans, and then switching the field and getting that very open Dietrich on what seems to be the break side there.
Here's that look again at that score. Very casual Aubrey Dietrich there. She didn't have to backpedal, so she didn't celebrate too hard. All right, Betsy Bash here with the Alpenglow pull. We're at 10 minutes and 24 seconds here in our second quarter. It's like Paige Kircher is going to grab that. Such bravery, centering to Vesper Aragon. To number 2, Brooke. Back to Kircher into the center. Finds Jen Cogburn. Quick up line to Vespera. Vespera's looking. Alpenglow's going very tight D. And they're gonna come away with that D, Liz Murphy, although it appears there was potentially a call.
Perhaps some shoving back and forth while attacking that disc. Good awareness. It seems like that was a punt from the Utah Wild. So good awareness from the downfield to go make a play on it.
Looks like the call is going to stay, and Sarah Stoller is going to keep that disc on Utah Wild. Liz Murphy here on the disc setting that mark. Got a Sarah Stoller cheer going on in the cheer here in the stadiums.
Looks like some discussion communicating the call and the outcome down to the backfield.
All right, and we're live. Sarah Stoller with the disc, knocking on the door for the Utah Wild. Gonna center, find Kircher. Kircher gets the around to number 2. Brooke again, center to Aragon. Aragon back to Brooke. Not quite there for the continuation. Looking again. Lots of cuts into this cone. Great D by Alpenglow. It's going to go up. Looking for Corey Bingham, but Betsy Bash is in the area, and Betsy's going to sort of block out Corey from making that play.
That's the box out that you see from a veteran player. I don't need to jump. I don't need to get hurt. I'm just going to use my booty.
Betsy, I want you to know, if you watch this, that I had to not make a butt joke right there.
We are very professional.
All right, Jess Larson. Seems like Jess was a little hung up there, didn't have a ton of options. Going to be a turn. Vespra picking up inside. Back to number 2, Brooke. Back to Vespra. Lots of handler motion here. But Alex.
Oh, and the disc is picked up by Daniels, but definitely in a crowd. Looks like there's some contact after the D was made.
Daniels is taking an injury sub coming off the field. Abby Thorpe coming in to fill that place.
Hopefully just got cleated. No long-term damage there. We'll see if we see Daniels back on the field later.
Looks like Betsy is also going to be taking a sub, and Rory Veldman's coming on. Players are just chatting a little bit, getting set. Abby Thorpe with the disc here on the Utah goal line. Pickup line to Jess. Jess is going to find a bidding Rory, who's going to get that disc. Rory's looking to center, back to Jess.
Timeout called.
Looks like that was a coach's called timeout, which the team on offense can do. Coaches can call that timeout.
Either the player with the disc or the coach can call that, even if the player's in a throwing motion. It can sometimes save you from a turnover. That's why it helps for the coaches to know their players really well. You see them get big eyes and see that they're going to take a terrible shot. You can call a timeout. Not that that's what was happening right now, but definitely opportunistic.
I can't remember what game it was, but I was watching one the other day where a coach did call it, and then the player turned through the disc, and it was a turnover, but the timeout stood, and the team got to keep that play.
I believe we were watching the same game. I believe that was the Colorado-Seattle game.
I wasn't going to say it, but you said it.
Score still sits at Utah Wild 8, Colorado Alpenglow 5.
Another fan shot here at the Pinnacle Athletic Complex. The fans are excited. 7 minutes, just shy of 7 minutes in this quarter. Utah Wild at 8, Colorado Alpenglow with 5 here.
We're seeing a sag set from Utah Wild on defense, so sort of forcing those handlers to work it between them and taking away those downfield looks, the cutters. Probably knowing that Alpenglow likes to move through their cutter movement.
And Akane is going to break past that line of defenders, finds Reed, back to Akane, back to Pesh. Pesh looking at the end zone for Jade. Jade McLaughlin gonna snag that wide open.
Excellent awareness from Colorado. Jade sees her opportunity and takes it to go find that open spot in the end zone, and the thrower sees it, takes advantage.
And here's that again. Kane to Pesh. Pesh to her club teammate, Jade McLaughlin.
Lots of reps together. No doubt Pesh has thrown McLaughlin many a score over the years. Especially with a first-year team like this, people coming in from across the state. It's hard to build chemistry in just a few weeks before, home opener game, and it really, really helps when several of these players have been playing together for a few years. You have that built-in chemistry.
Definitely. Veldman again with another pull. Alpenglow's looking to get a break, make this score 8-7. Picking up the disc is Kaylee Crisp from Utah Wild, number 11. Kaylee to Paige Kircher.
And a miscue.
A little bit of a misstep there, out of the reach, looking for that reset back to the center, and Alpenglow is going to have an opportunity to get this break. Looks like Hannah Philly is picking up this disc here for Alpenglow. Philly to number 12, Fern Beetle-Mawcroft. To Daniels.
Glad to see Daniels back on the field.
Daniels with a big pert to Veldman. Veldman comes down with it.
And that's a break for the Colorado Alpenglow.
That's a break.
And they're excited.
They are excited. Great read by Veldman. Great high pointing. I mean, that Utah Wild player was right there in that space. That was not an easy grab.
Not at all.
Here's that play again. Daniels back at her. Making plays.
Veldman able to go up early. Got the height, got the hops. Lethal combination.
All right. And they successfully make it 8-7. Utah Wild up 1. Alpenglow with another opportunity to break. Betsy Basher looking to pull.
Now, last point, we saw a defensive set on the from the Colorado Alpenglow on the Utah Wild handlers, looking to switch back and forth and roll onto each other's players that they were originally marking. Does save legs. It does allow you to sort of keep the disc in that half of the field, similar to the defense that the Utah Wild was trying to run, sagging their people into those handler lanes.
Utah Wild coming down here really fast, looking for number 9, just overshot it in the end zone. Good run by Castique Williams. But an opportunity for a break from the Colorado Alpenglow. Fern Beetle-Mawcroft picking up that disc. It's in the center with Paige Kircher setting that mark. Finds Michelle Yang. Back to center it with Fern. Back to Michelle. Couple looks. Bristol Lavoie. Back to Michelle Yang. Got Liz Murphy going deep. Hanging a little bit. Sarah Stoller's a play. Not quite. Liz Murphy's going to come down with that, and that's another break for the Alpenglow. And we are all tied up here at the Pinnacle Athletic Complex. 8-8 in Alpenglow's first home game.
Let's see it again here. Lavoie coming out of the stack, back to Yang up the line. Seeing a streaking Murphy. How can you not put it?
The temptation.
She's so fast. Potentially the fittest woman alive.
I certainly wouldn't want to get into a fit off with her, that's for sure.
Definitely not.
4 minutes and 18 seconds left here on the clock. We are all tied up 8-8 in the second quarter.
Maybe this signifies a momentum shift for the Alpenglow. 2 breaks in a row and up to tie it. If they can keep this rolling, they take control of the game. But I'm sure Utah Wild's going to put up a fight here.
Definitely. Veldman again with the pull. Mac Perket's going to pick that up. Center to Paige Kircher. Paige to Brooke Stanslawski. Back to Mac Perket. Finds an upline player. Center to Corey Bingham. Corey looking up line. Oh. A little bit of a collision here between the Utah Wild player and the Colorado Alpenglow player. Looks like everybody's getting up. Gonna stay on the field.
Glad to see it. Looks like Boyd was trying to bait that D. Closes the window, but makes a little too much contact.
There was a foul call, so Utah Wild is going to keep that disc.
And in on 0.
Ellie Shordahl back centering to Paige, who finds number 2 there. Brooks Stanslawski looking for options. And Shayna Brock plays that perfectly, right in that space, gets that D and gives Alpenglow another opportunity here for that break.
Absolutely huge play by Brock.
Jess Larson picking up the disc. Finds center downfield to Shayna Brock. Looking at Reich. Centers back to a bidding Daniels, who keeps that disc alive for the Alpenglow. And puts up a deep shot to Rory Veldman again. And Rory scores in a sliding play to bring the score to 9-8 with Alpenglow taking the lead for the first time this game.
I think we could call it a momentum shift.
You know, it's got to really help that they've been traveling for all of these games, right? And they didn't have this home support that they do now. Can't hear the crowd wherever you're streaming this at. Let us tell you that we can't hear it. Here's that play again. Great slide.
Daniels and Veldman with great chemistry today. That's 2 now. Great away looks to Veldman. Put perfectly by Daniels.
Just shy of 3 minutes here on the clock in the second quarter. Alpenglow maybe hoping to get another break.
Definitely, we are not seeing the same tentativeness that we were seeing from Alpenglow. Even in the first quarter and in their first couple of games of the season, Utah Wild was bringing the fire, and Colorado Alpenglow is now matching and exceeding. Looks like Boyd with the pull.
Switching up the pullers a little bit. All right, Paige Kircher is going to come down and pick up the disc. To number 2, Brooke. Quick find to Vespra. Vespra looking to second Paige again. Paige has to bid for it, but she's gonna keep it alive for the Alpenglow. Utah working down the field. Back to Brooke. Brooke is looking downfield for Stoller. And Stoller comes down with it. Alpenglow's Hannah was right on the tail end, but a bidding Stoller comes down with that disc and makes the score 9-9.
Excellent bid form.
Here's that bid again if you need a little bit of inspiration.
And a left-handed grab. Utah Wild really pushed the pace on that offensive point. You can tell they were making their decisions very quickly, making their throws very quickly, and trying to keep Colorado on their heels, and it worked.
Definitely. All right, Utah Wild trying to decide who's going to pull. Looks like number 21, Kaylee Caldwell with that pull there. Getting to see Alpenglow's offense. Pesh centers to Akane. Akane looks back to Pesh. So Utah Wild's playing good D downfield. Back to Akane. Oh, just off the hands of Jade McLaughlin, unfortunately. It's not going to work today. Utah Wild's going to get a chance to break back. Back to number 25, Madeline Hunter. A little bit high there. Pesh comes down with that D.
And up right away, she puts it.
Quick throw. Quick throw to McLaughlin isn't going to work today. Wild's going to get this other look.
Doesn't hang quite enough.
Madeline Hunter to Amy Norris. Not quite going to get that look to Shea Wallen.
I couldn't tell. Did Kleinkopf get a hand on that, D?
Oh, I can tell either. Thorpe finds Reed. Jade makes a quick great cut up line.
And a high stall throw from McLaughlin.
High stall throw, looking to recenter, isn't quite gonna work. Kaylee Caldwell gonna pick up that disc. Caldwell again. Back to Lily. Oh, great bid, great defense. Aubrey Dietrich was right there. Forced the Utah Wild player to make a bit of a play. Let's look at that again. There also might be a call in the field.
Yeah, looks like an injury for Dietrich. Robbins catches it. She just loses it when she
Drops it
hits
on
the
impact.
ground.
You know, if the ground could get out of the way, that would have been really great for Utah Wild, I think.
Seriously. I mean, the ground, greatest defender there is, really.
That's what I've been saying. All right. Feldman makes the play live. Coming in for a sub. Akane's going to pick up that disc.
Dietrich, not really known for being a, defensive player, but
Quick D here from Shea Wallen. Going to give Utah the disc back.
there's a call on the field. That's a timeout.
Timeout by Utah Wild. About 34 seconds left in the second quarter here. We are all tied up. Utah Wild in Colorado's first home game of the season of program history.
And Utah Wild on the doorstep of another score. We'll see what happens when we come back.
And while we are letting these players get a little bit of a break and have their little timeout, we also want to thank another one of our sponsors, Delta S Performance. Colorado Alpenglow has been thrilled to have Dr. Mike Levac, Dr. Carly Hudson, and the rest of the Delta S Performance team to keep our athletes playing at their best. The team at Delta S Performance specializes in sports and athletic injuries to help ultimate players play at their best, as well as in neurological rehabilitation for concussions and POTS. If you would like a free 30-minute consult to learn about what the team at DSP can offer, please go to deltasperformance.com and fill out the Get Started form.
First throw. There's a turn, but we have a foul call from Utah Wild. Seems like the players are discussing whether or not the Wild player, Stanislavski, had possession of that disc. If it stopped rotation or not. Observer upholds the foul call, and Utah Wild keeps possession.
Stanislavski here with the disc. Stanislavski finds Perkins. Perkins finds Jen Cogburn in the end zone, and it's Utah Wild score.
I believe that might be Perquette.
Oh, great call. Sorry, Mac. Got about 25 minutes left here in our second quarter before we go to half. Utah Wild now back in the lead at 10 with the Colorado Alpenglow just behind with 9 and looking to make another comeback.
And as I previously mentioned, so even though there's 25 seconds left on the clock, as long as Colorado is able to maintain possession after the clock hits 0 up until the score, then the score stands. There's no time limit as long as they still have possession.
Yes, a unique WUL rule that many players aren't used to seeing. Great pull here from number 27, Carly Atwell. Right to the center of the field. Looks like Pesh is going to go ahead and pick that up. Pesh looking downfield. Finds Reed. Unfortunately, Reed's not able to quite reel it in. Utah Wild's going to have a chance here to break. Quick movement between the handlers here. Finds 21, Kaylee Caldwell, working it back and forth with number 4, Lily Terpstra. Caldwell again. Finds Atwell with the disc. Looking for options, squeezes it into the middle. Just barely out of the reach there of number 12, Kaylee Crisp.
And that concludes our second quarter.
And we're into halftime. Halftime score, Utah Wild is up by 1 with 10 to the home team, Colorado Alpenglow with 9. We're going to go ahead and take halftime, and we will be back in just a few minutes. See you all back here.
We believe that women and non-binary athletes deserve to be seen and our abilities showcased for the world to see.
We believe in perpetuating Ultimate by establishing professional teams and developing future generations of players.
We believe players of all identities and backgrounds deserve an equal opportunity to be recognized and lauded for our achievements in our sport.
We believe
in sustainably and responsibly creating equitable and accessible avenues for women and non-binary athletes to join and participate in our sport.
We believe that being transparent,
open,
and responsive to criticism is critical,
and that there should always be space
to fix our mistakes,
grow, and be better.
We are the Western Ultimate League.
And we are at halftime here at the Colorado Alpenglow game, where they are being challenged by Utah Wild in our first home game of the season, home game of program history. And we've seen a lot of big plays. It's been an exciting couple of quarters. Emily, what have you noticed?
Well, beyond the layout clinic that these folks are putting on, in the first quarter, Utah Wild came out really hot, and Colorado was trying to keep up. In the second quarter, Colorado decided to change the momentum of the game and came back with 3 breaks, and then Utah Wild was trying to answer them, and they were able to get 1 more point out of the half and come out up 10-9.
Here are a few of those big plays that we saw in the first couple of quarters.
All of our highlights here from the first quarter are from Utah Wild, and actually in the second quarter, all these big play highlights are from the Colorado Alpenglow.
Well, that's really what we saw on the field, righty? Like,
Absolutely.
Alpenglow maybe came out a little nervous. Maybe it's hard having all these fans out here, and have really gotten into the swing of things. Moving the disc really well, making some big plays in the air, on the ground. And are matching up. This is, now we'll see all of those Colorado highlights that we saw. It's really what got them to this tight score here, as we are at halftime at Wild 10, Alpenglow 9. Close game.
Yeah, and in the second half, I think we'll see some of the same defensive sets that we saw. Those handler poaches, the junk sets in the lane to keep the disc between the handlers and keep the shots at bay. And then we may also see them try to stay underneath their people and see if they can force some deep turnovers. Challenge them in the deep space as they have been.
Definitely. And Utah Wild is going to start here on offense as we enter the second half. Rory Veldman looks like they're gonna give it another pull. Lots of pulls from Rory Veldman, Betsy Bash today.
Yeah, I think generally when you have more of an O-line group and a D-line group, you see the same people pulling, but if there's too many breaks in a row on one side, then you're going to get things changed up who's pulling, just because you don't want to keep those same players 4 points in a row on the field. You need to give them a break.
Definitely. Looks like Vespra here with the disc. Finds Brookston Slosky. He's going to do a quick throw, looking for Paige Kircher. Paige is going to come down with it despite that tight D by Alex Daniels. It's a score for Utah Wild, making it 11-9.
Good on us for picking Kircher as our fantasy player. I think we're winning.
Here's a look again at that beautiful throw to Kircher. Great read. You can see she adjusts as the disc goes up in the air. Reads that edge, comes down with it.
Yeah, very nice. Hangs for just long enough, and then that edge comes down up and around Daniels giving chase.
Utah Wild's going to come down here on defense, looking to get a break.
Looks like Carly Atwell with the pull. I don't know, my eyes are getting worse with old age. It's hard to see from up here.
Pesh is going to pick it up, center to Akane. To Dietrich. Dietrich looking downfield. He's going to find Jane McLaughlin. McLaughlin looking upfield, looking at center. Utah's playing tight D, but they're going to go ahead and find Akane. Looking at Thorpe. Just on the doorstep of the end zone here. Back to Akane. Swinging to center, back to Pesh. Just on the other side now. Dietrich is going to keep it in, right on the sideline there. Back to Pesh. Pesh to Akane. Akane to Pesh again, back to Akane. Really quick handler movement. Akane finds Sarah Ito just outside of the end zone to Reed for the score.
A lot of passes, but not too many high stall situations there. Maybe just the one that was kind of tight. Otherwise, taking the first look, making the quick throw, and just marching it up and in. Once again, changing the field, really working in Colorado Alpenglow's favor. They make it all the way to one sideline, and then when they're knocking on the doorstep, swinging it back to the middle, opens up that big old space on the other side.
Here are those swings across that field again. Alpenglow out here making it look easy, and it is not, because Utah Wild is playing fantastic defense.
Coming in hot.
Betsy Bash here with the pull as Alpenglow comes out on D, looking to get a break. Utah Wild hoping to hold. They're up 1 point. It's 11-10. Probably feeling good. Kaylee Crisp centers that to Paige Kircher, who finds Brooks Stanislavski to Corey Bingham.
Getting close on that D, but not quite there.
Michelle's playing very tight D on Corey. And Perkett is going to go ahead and find, is that Paige Kircher again?
Looks like it.
Paige Kircher, once again in the end zone. She's got her emblem on, showing it off to the live stream.
Beetle Muckruff giving chase there.
Here's that goal again, Mac Perkett.
Honestly, just a little bit earlier, it looked like there was a player in Beetle Muckruff's way, but in WUL rules, a pick is only called within 2 yards. It's a very tight window, so you can't call that pick unless you were extremely close. It slows Beetle Muckruff down, and she can't get there to get the D.
Kaylee Caldwell with this pull for Utah Wild. Kane's going to grab it for the Alpenglow and find Pesh right away, staying in the center of the field. Abby Thorpe to Dietrich. Dietrich with that bump to Sarah Pesh, who's going to look for Ito, who's in the end zone, but it's not quite far enough. And that's going to be a great D from Kaylee Caldwell. Looks like number 12, Carly Shelke, is going to dig that out. Excuse me, Carrie Shelke. Just outside of the reach of number 8. And the Alpenglow O-line is going to have another look to get the score.
I mean, great opportunity for Utah Wild with that away look there, but it just fades hard to the right.
Pesh finds McLaughlin. McLaughlin up line to Akane. Akane with a beautiful throw, looking at Thorpe. Double covered. She can't quite reel it in there.
Good heads up by Utah Wild to play defense on that second effort, because Thorpe always playing heads up, always throwing her body around.
Atwell to Miller, back to Atwell. Back to Miller. Just outside of the bidding reach of number 5, Ellie Shortall. Connie's going to pick up this disc again for the Colorado Alpenglow, looking for Dietrich. Dietrich has Jade wide open in the end zone. Jade jumps that in, easy grab.
McLaughlin with great awareness on the front line of the goal to jump that in and make the catch at the same time. Not surprising, knowing McLaughlin. And knowing that she'd want to just get that score over with.
Here's that look again. Great up line to Dietrich. Again, we got some of that club chemistry between these two.
Absolutely. McLaughlin wide open. And Dietrich now a thrower. She'll appreciate me saying that.
Yeah.
Not.
We see you, Dietrich. Honestly, not enough back pedals, though, if you're looking for feedback.
If only they could hear us.
Veldman here with the pull. Vesper's going to pick that up and send her to Paige Kircher.
Really an underrated skill to have as a player is catching the pull. It is a thankless job.
Great grab by Paige Kircher. Back to Stoller there. Another high one to Jen. Jen's going to come down with it. Puts it for a player.
And it's
Wasn't
down.
quite up.
Yeah.
Great attempt there from Utah Wild. We love the vision.
Little bit bladey, drops in hard. We don't have any humidity here. Those blades, they just sink straight to the ground.
Fern Vito-Mockroff picking up the disc. Tight D by Utah Wild, but we're going to get it off. Maddie Boyd with the disc now, finds Alex Daniels. Looking for that chemistry downfield with Veldman again.
Yeah, maybe Vesper knows that and gives her a little bump on the mark, takes away that first throw.
Reich to Veldman. Finds Shayna Brock. Just on the doorstep to Veldman again. Once again, Veldman open in the end zone. Easy sort of bladey throw is going to get that in for the Alpenglow. And we are all tied up at 12s with 6 minutes and 48 seconds here in our third quarter.
I really appreciate that little blade over the top.
Let's check out that great defense that we saw that resulted in that turnover.
It's really hard when you make a great play. Huge grab, huge bid, and your nerves are shaking, and you're excited. And I would say, for me, my turnover rate after I make a big play is 3 or 4 times as high as my regular fairly high turnover rate.
Conservation of greatness, baby.
As a wise man once said, conservation of greatness.
Betsy Bash here again with the pull for the Alpenglow.
I gotta say, these bows that they're wearing, very helpful because I can see the wind, the way the wind is blowing.
Vespera is gonna pick it up, center to Paige Kircher. Paige looking inside. It's gonna find number 2, Brooke Stanislawski.
Beautiful little scoober from our Goalty player Kircher.
Stanislawski finds Corey. Corey looking up line, not quite there. She's gonna look to center it. Oh, sneaks it up. Finds Stanislawski just outside of the end zone. Into a bit of traffic, and Jessica Mast is gonna come down with that D. Bid by Michelle Yang to keep it alive. Call on the field. Sounds like an injury substitution.
Nevertheless, great bid by Yang. Yep, just throwing into some traffic there. Larson heads up, catches the D. Colorado pushing the pace.
Crystal Lavoie is going to pick up this disc here for the Alpenglow.
One of the Alpenglow's captains. Larson with the D, the other captain.
Couldn't quite tell if the Utah Wild player got a hand on that, but right outside the end zone, Utah Wild's going to have another chance.
I believe
just
that
between
was
the hands of Vespera.
I believe that was a block by Crisp on the mark.
Abby Thorpe's going to pick it up. Abby Thorpe to Fern. Beetle Metcroft. Lavoie looking up line. Just over the head of Liz Murphy, but Abby Thorpe with great awareness comes down with that disc.
Just how they drew it up.
Again. Fern's got Yang wide open in the backfield. Yang back to Fern. Oh, great scuba. Requires a quick layout. Abby doesn't quite come down with that one.
Utah Wild trying to take advantage of that fast break. Thorpe hitting the ground, getting up a little bit slowly. They boost the deep shot, but a little too deep.
Burkett couldn't quite get to that disc, a little bit far. Here's that bit again. Hard grab.
Thorpe throws a turnover, but it doesn't matter because the coaching staff has called a timeout, just as we talked about earlier.
Honestly, the Alpenglow coaches might have some secret sauce here. We are here in the third quarter with 4 minutes and 39 seconds left. 12-12.
All tied up.
And, you know, we just want to shout out one of the groups that's here today, Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Colorado. The Colorado Alpenglow's mission is to be a program defined by competitive excellence, investment in their community of athletes, fans, and local youth, and by their commitment to inclusion, diversity, and respect. To that end, the Alpenglow is proud to partner with Big Brothers, Big Sister of Colorado and have them out to the game today.
Thanks for coming, y'all. And thanks, everyone, for tuning in.
Utah Wild and Colorado Alpenglow are just getting set back on the field after that timeout. Sarah Pesch picking up the disc.
Definitely some substitutions from these
Pesch
teams
to
here.
Back to Pesch. Quick movements between these two handlers right now.
Once again, Kleinkopf is our Colorado player to watch of the day.
Pesch squeezes that in through a couple defenders, finds Jane McLaughlin and starts to break up that defensive set. Back in the backfield, working real quick with Sarah Ito. Ito finds Dietrich. Dietrich back to Akane, to Pesch. Pesch continues to swing, but it's not quite going to get to Hannah there.
The wind is definitely picking up. Not sure if you can tell so much at home, but the sun has tucked behind the clouds, and it is quite a bit windier here. The same throws that were working in the first half, not quite working so well anymore.
Utah Wild's moving that well. Looking for Amy Norris. A little bit high. Akane's going to come down with it. To Dietrich, to Pesch. Pesch inside lane to Sarah Ito, who's looking for a big huck to Veldman again. And Veldman swallows that up.
Perfect throw.
Colorado has a lot of really big targets, and Veldman is certainly one of them, and they are showing that today.
Absolutely. And props to Ito, a veteran player. Ito hadn't had the opportunity to play professional. This was her first opportunity out here. She has been playing for a long time, so is I'm basically dancing around. She's one of the older players on the team.
We call that experience.
Experience, thank you. And you can see that coming out with these absolutely perfect throws in the wind.
3 minutes and 13 seconds left here in our third quarter. Colorado up by 1, 13 to Utah's 12. Betsy Basher with the pull. Kaylee Chris picking that up, centering to Kircher. Looking for Brooks Stanslawski. Back to Kircher. A little bit high, but Jen is going to come down with that. Colorado player Jen there. Great layout D by Michelle Yang from the Alpenglow.
Yang choosing her moment, baiting it, and doing what she does best, getting that layout D.
Jess picking up that disc to Fern. Fern finds Jess again. Lots of handler movement here to Boyd. Boyd finds Yang.
Lavoy.
Ooh, that is Lavoy. And to Fern.
And another break.
And another break for the Alpenglow.
And the crowd is hype about this. Hype.
Here's that great D from Yang again. Gorgeous clean layout.
Layout D is a flashy play and an incredible play. Definitely takes a lot of smarts and willingness to put your body on the ground, but it also takes, you know, 6 other people doing the right thing on defense and making sure there's not another easier option. Well done, Colorado Alpenglow.
Alpenglow here with another chance to break. 2 minutes and 19 seconds left in our third quarter. Alpenglow up 2. I bet they would like to make it 3.
I'm not going to
Safe to
take
say.
that bet. Yeah. I'm a betting woman, and I'm not going to take that bet.
Alex Daniels here with the pull. Little low and fast. Paige Kircher picking up the disc. It's not quite going to work out for the Utah Wild. Jess Larson to Hannah Mimek. Finds Reich. Reich looking inside, back to Jess. Gets low to the ground, picks that up. Jess to Jade McLaughlin. Saucy throw, attempted layout D there. It's gonna work. I mean, intimidation D.
I think that throw might have just dropped. That blade caught the wind, come in the wrong direction, and just drops in front of Reich. She can't adjust to come back under fast enough.
Here's that play again. Corey, don't worry, it's in my stat sheet for you. Paige shows that a little too out of the reach for Jen Cogburn there, and the Alpenglow is going to have a quick chance on their end zone line. Jess picks up, Hannah Mimek to Jess Larson. Quick throw and go.
Mimek and Larson are club teammates. Perhaps a little chemistry there as well.
Definitely.
Colorado Alpenglow pressuring, no easy throw. Utah Wild is having to throw into the really tight windows there. So we get some speedy discs just out of reach.
Here's that look again with those quick swings, quick throw and goes.
Larson seeing the opportunity with her mark on the other side. She throws and takes off into that wide open space. And good on the other players of the field to give her the space to do that. Play a little small ball.
And Alpenglow is going to be here with another chance to break. Betsy Bash with the pull. If you took my bet at the last point, you lost. Because that was a break. Vespra is going to pick up to Kircher. To Kylie Crisp. Finds Perquette. Quick movements here from the Utah Wild. Stanslawski with the disc to Perquette. Perquette looking. Finds Stanslawski. To Kircher. To Stanslawski. Right on the doorstep. Looks like there was a pick call.
Pick indeed. An interesting rule for the WUL that we may not be used to is when there's a violation or stoppage, what's going to happen is...
And Aragon with the score there for Utah Wild.
What we're going to see is the downfield is able to move for 4 seconds, including the mark, while the thrower is not allowed to move at all. And then when the disc is technically in after the 4 seconds, they are then able to throw, and the mark is able to start the stall count. So a little bit different there.
Definitely. We are adjusting our clock right now. There are 36 seconds left in this quarter. Utah Wild 12, Colorado Alpenglow up 15, looking for their first win of the season.
I don't want to venture to say that they are in control yet, but they have most certainly shifted the momentum in their direction. I don't know if they have some control over this wind or something like that, but certainly changing this game around.
Carly Atwell with this pull for Utah Wild. They're looking to get a break back.
Roller pull,
Roller
headed
out of
to
bounds.
the sideline.
Pesh is going to pick that up right on the sideline there. Finds Akane quick down the field. Back to Pesh. A little bit high, and that's going to get swooped up by Utah Wild. Wild looking to break. Center to Lily Terspra.
And a call on the field. Timeout called by Utah Wild. Think we'll see some personnel change here?
It's a good question. You know, Utah's probably wanting to score coming out of this. As long as they can maintain possession, we have about 7 seconds left on the clock. But while these players are getting set for the last 7 seconds of this quarter, we want to give another shout out to one of our sponsors, Ultimate Lending Team. The Ultimate Lending Team is more than a mortgage lender. We're your teammate on the journey towards home ownership. Our mission is to provide every Frisbee player a strategy to invest in real estate so that you never overpay on your mortgage. Visit www.ultimatelendingteam.com for more information. All right, and we are back. Utah Wild with the disc. A bidding Brookston Slosky keeps that disc. There's a call from the throw.
Looks like a no contest from Kircher. Players are getting reset. If Kircher is saying no contest, I'm going to jump to the conclusion that it was an offensive foul, but don't quote me on that. Either way, disc is back in Kircher's hands.
I believe we have about 7 seconds left on the clock here at the stadium. Kircher with the disc. Has to put it, high stall count. But Utah Wild, number 9, is going to come down with that.
Saves possession.
So Corey to Paige Kircher, right on the doorstep. They'll play through this possession to Jen Cogburn. And a big bid from Veldman is going to take away that opportunity for Utah Wild to score and keep us going into our final quarter at Alpenglow 15, Utah Wild 13.
Definitely no reason not to put it all out there because you don't have to play offense right after. You just burn it out on defense and then you get a break here.
All right, we're going to take a quick break here while we get ready for our final quarter of Alpenglow's first home game here at the Pinnacle Athletic Complex. We'll be right back. And we're back here for the last quarter of this game. Colorado Alpenglow up 15, Utah Wild 13. About 10 seconds left till we see this pull. Utah Wild coming out here on defense. Alpenglow with an opportunity to start on 0.
Yep, they've been very fiery in this third quarter. Colorado has bringing the defense, but what we need to see from them to really maintain control of this game is steadiness on offense and every catch, every throw, especially in these more windy conditions now.
Carly Atwell with the pull. Pesh centers. Akane finds Aubrey Dietrich. Dietrich inside to Jade McLaughlin.
Uncharacteristic, McLaughlin doesn't make the big put to Thorpe.
Handler movement here. Pesh tries to find Ito upfield. Doesn't quite work out. Ito can't quite grab it. Alpenglow on defense with a big huck.
And Ito gets it back. A little bit of contact after the D. But everyone gets up. Everyone's good to go.
No call. Great D by Ito. Kane picking up, finds Pesh real quick. Pesh to Thorpe.
A little bit of a trust throw there.
High
Two
release
trust
to
throws.
Akane. Akane with a big rip here to Dietrich. Tight mark, and that Utah Wild is going to come down with that D. Dietrich can't quite reel it in there in the end zone.
Yeah, that disc sat for quite a bit and didn't really finish its edge.
Kaylee Caldwell picking up that disc. Really aggressive mark here by McLaughlin. And stall called. Great mark by McLaughlin. Great downfield defense. It's going to make that throw really hard for the Utah Wild player there.
So if there's a call right now, no call.
Pesh picking up right on the doorstep for the Alpenglow. Real quick handler movement between Pesh and Akane. Lefty, gorgeous flick by Pesh to Ito. And that's going to make our score Alpenglow 16, Utah Wild 13 with 9 minutes and 51 seconds in our final quarter of the game.
I believe the kids call that bookends. Another look at that. Pesh, a lefty, very dangerous out there with the larger majority of players playing right-handed and throwing right-handed. When you're playing defense and marking a left-handed person, it's not quite so instinctual to jump over to the right place to cut off that break throw. Something we know about Pesh, absolutely can just break the mark all day.
She's real special.
As she would say, maybe decent.
If you're looking to follow Pesh on Instagram, that is special. And Paige Kircher picking up the disc here for Utah Wild. Quick find to Stanislavski. Stanislavski is looking for Stoller, but Rory Veldman once again coming with that defense. You can't teach tall. And you can teach good at ultimate. No one's taught me yet, but someone's taught Rory.
Someone's slacking on the job.
Here's that D again.
Yeah, I wasn't sure Veldman was going to get there, trailing by quite a bit. But then that disc just hangs in the wind a little bit. Veldman comes in, makes a very safe play.
Florian Beetle-Mockroft picking up that disc, finds Daniels.
To Philly.
Philly to Maddie Boyd. Looks like she tries to toe it in. Observers call her in. Fancy footwork.
Fancy footwork from Boyd.
To a bidding. Marilyn Wright keeps it alive. An attempted end goal by Boyd here. It's not quite going to work. Look like they're It's a little bit of a conversation going on between Reich and Aragon.
Ultimately, though, no call.
And Kircher comes down with kind of a floaty disc there.
Scary place to have a floaty disc.
Callahan territory. It's a good movement here from Utah Wild. Castique there to Aragon, not quite going to work out. Jen Cogburn can't quite get to that disc. Fern picks it up, finds Alex upfield, keeps it in, just on that sideline there. Alex Daniels calls a timeout. Alpenglow timeout here with 7 minutes and 47 seconds left according to our scoreboard. Here at the stadium. Utah Wild 13, Colorado Alpenglow 16. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back in just a second to finish out part of this last quarter.
I really want to show young girls that they can be athletes too. I've struggled with imposter syndrome and I've really had to ground myself in why I play. I play because it's fun. I like to compete. I like to show it with my teammates. I like to push myself to be the best. And I think being out there and doing that for them and having other people see and potentially think that, hey, that can be me one day, that's really exciting.
I know I've struggled in my own life to take up space, and I think that it's so amazing that the ultimate field has changed that for me. That I can get out there and I'm like, no, I know I am a good cutter and I know what I need to do here and I know my role on the team. And I think that it's just helped me open up so much. It's also led to more confidence for myself, and I really want for other women and non-binary folk to see that. Oh, they're out there.
And we're back. Alex Daniels picking up the disc here for Alpenglow. Approaching the red zone. Looks to find teammate Jade McLaughlin in the end zone. And that's another Alpenglow score. 17 Alpenglow, 13 Wild.
Utah Wild trying to cause some chaos, cause some confusion there in the lanes. But Daniels knows McLaughlin is her #1 receiver. And she puts it up. Great throw by Daniels. Great composure. And McLaughlin, I think she would literally she would do anything to catch a frisbee. So.
Well, that's how you get the most receiving yards in the WUL season, right?
That's absolutely correct. Gotta want it.
All right, and Alpenglow is going to have another opportunity to get a break with Betsy Bash here on this pole. Utah Wild hoping to just walk it down, find some of that easy, smooth momentum that they had in the first quarter of the game. Perquette to Page. Page Kircher. Page finds Stanislavski. Stanislavski sneaks it through the middle. Attempted D there by Larson. Call on the field. Looks like disc is going to stay with Utah Wild. Kircher looks deep for Perquette.
Beetle Mockcroft with a huge D.
And Alpenglow gets it back and has an opportunity for this break. Beetle Mockcroft to Larson. Upline to Shayna Brock.
Oop, that hook comes up a little short.
To a blade there looking for Liz Murphy, not quite going to work out.
Utah Wild does a great job of communicating with each other with their fakes, as well as opening up the field.
Betsy Bash there with the defense, with the nice D for the Alpenglow. Another break opportunity. Larson finds Yang. Yang to Murphy is to get low for that disc. Murphy to Beetle Mawcroft. Reels it in despite very tight defense there.
Perhaps using the defender in order to make the catch.
Still counts. Larson gets low for that. Lavoie looks upfield. A little bit of a miscue. I think she had a couple different players going there, and neither were quite close enough to the disc. Another opportunity for Utah Wild to hold. Paige Kircher there, right on the corner. A little bit too far out for Stanislawski.
Flying a little too fast to really make that bid be meaningful. I don't think that Stanislawski is foreign to leaving her feet. Just wasn't a good opportunity.
Larson gets it off the middle to Yang. Yang finds Murphy. Murphy looks again to Yang, who's going to sneak it into Larson, who gets it on the second attempt. And the crowd is fired up. Always go after your own trash, kids.
That's absolutely right. Make trash and catch it. That's words I live by.
And we are going to look at that play again, and an incredible heads-up play. Goes for it really hard the first time, doesn't work, stays with it, and this is our Discraft play of the game. Great work, Larson.
So fast. Able to get wide open on the cone, change direction super fast, and then puts her body on the line.
She was tired after that one. She worked. All right, 4 minutes and 54 seconds here in the final quarter. Alpenglow 18, Utah Wild 13. Rory Veldman with the pull.
Veldman playing great today. Incredible on both defense and offense, making plays on both sides.
Definitely. I think a lot of these players are having some of their best games of the season. Probably that it's almost like that home court advantage exists.
I mean, I don't even think it's strictly to Colorado. I mean, these Wild players are making huge plays.
Maybe it's just the Colorado fan base.
Yeah,
we make everyone feel good. Everyone's welcome here in Colorado.
That's right.
Kircher lays that out just a tiny bit too short for Cogburn there. She can't come down with it despite the layout attempt.
And needs to take an injury.
Looks like Shayla Wallen is going to go ahead and come in. Maddie Boyd here with the Alpenglow picking up the disc. Just off the hands of Hannah there. Utah Wild's going to get another shot. Paige Kircher picks up, finds Wallen. Wallen looking to reset to Kircher. A little bit short, a little bit of a miscue. Kircher's playing big catch-up D here as Rory Veldman tries to put a huck. It's not quite going to work out this time.
I'm not sure if that was a punt or if that was a very hopeful huck. Either way, Colorado has a little bit of breathing room to make those decisions.
Kircher with a gorgeous, gorgeous throw to Miller there.
Miller wide open. Wild takes advantage.
Miller and Kaylee working back and forth there.
Yeah, we see Caldwell really pushing the pace for the Wild team.
Wallen on the doorstep finds Miller again. And Miller to Kaylee Caldwell. What a point for Caldwell. Fantastic movement there by the Wild.
Yep, played small ball up the last 20 yards or so and squeeze it in on the cone. Having to make some offensive adjustments there.
See that big throw, big beautiful throw from Paige Kircher that really set up that whole movement. Really meant that Alpenglow had to hustle down to try and play defense.
You never want to be catching up. tough spot to be in when you're on defense.
3 minutes and 24 seconds left in this quarter.
What I was just saying was that I think Utah Wild has made a small adjustment on offense. Definitely not trying to change the field as much. And by change the field, I mean move the disc from one side of the field to the other. Those bigger throws aren't working as well in the wind. But as we saw there, that small ball, small throws, short throws up the side worked out quite well.
At will again with that pull. Pesh is going to pick up. Finds Thorpe right down the center. It's Akane. Looking for Pesh again in that quick reset. Isn't quite going to work out this time for the Alpenglow. And they're on defense as Kaylee Caldwell picks up the disc. Caldwell to Aragon despite a great defensive attempt by McLaughlin there.
Big swipe by McLaughlin.
Utah Wild can't quite hang on to that disc. Pesh is going to pick it up again for Alpenglow, but it is a quick turn, so it's just beyond the reach of a very fast Jade McLaughlin.
That transition between D and O is really hard. You want to be really, really fired up on D, work really hard, and be running, and gunning. But when you switch to offense, you want to be calm, cool, and collected. And switching that mentality back and forth, especially when the disc is moving so quickly, is a really hard thing to do. It's quite a bit easier when the disc is down. You can take a few seconds to walk up, take a breath. A lot harder when the disc just goes into motion.
Looks like we had a couple injury subs here. Get some fresh legs. Aragon to Kircher. And Kircher finds Kaylee Caldwell. Great run. Great snag by Caldwell. Back to Aragon. Back to Caldwell. Caldwell looking upfield. Doesn't quite see anything she likes. On a round, but Rory Veldman is there again. Great D. Rory Veldman deep. Pesh isn't quite going to put it this time. Looks for the easier reset to Akane. Finds Pesh again upfield. There's Veldman involved, as we'd expect. Beautiful throw. Jade McLaughlin, very close play. The defender there from Utah Wild was right in on that play and made it a really hard grab, and Jade couldn't quite get there.
Definitely put pressure on McLaughlin to go up early, and that's where we see that miss there.
Thorpe on the mark. And Akane with the D. Going to keep it right in the red zone for the Alpenglow here. Akane picks up, finds Veldman real fast.
Very quickly, but we see a limp.
Only a minute and 38 seconds or so. I know your screen says 14. At a minute and 38 seconds left here in our final quarter. Alpenglow 19, Utah Wild 14 in Alpenglow's first home game of program history.
It's looking good for Colorado Alpenglow. Getting some coaching from Coach Eccles out there in his grout fit.
Eccles is a phenomenal player. Great coach, great community member, coaches East High School. I'm really plugging that because I also coach it with him. Betsy Bash there with a pull, low and fast. Potentially going to give Utah Wild a quick opportunity to center, which they do to Kircher. Kircher finds Stanislawski to Cogburn. Cogburn finds upline Paige Kircher right in the red zone to number 9, Castique Williams.
Yang tries to recover there. I'm not sure that was her person to begin with, but it doesn't matter for Williams. Catches it right there at the cone.
Here's that nice sequence right at the line again from the Utah Wild. And Emily, this to me really looks like the Utah Wild that we saw in the first quarter, where they were easily walking it down. So maybe they're getting some of their momentum back as well.
Yeah, perhaps, hopefully, if you're a Utah fan, it's not too late.
With 1 minute and 15 seconds here in our final quarter, Utah just scored to bring them up to 15 to Colorado Alpenglow's 19.
I'm so glad you mentioned coaching before, coaching high schoolers and stuff. We did have that youth clinic as well as our showcase game at half. And many of the players on both teams, coach teams, middle school, high school, college teams, are great contributors to the community. Incredible way to give back is to teach others the sport.
Couple quick things happened there. Looks like there is a timeout call.
Was it before the throw, do we think?
I think it might have been before the throw. I think Utah Wild is going to maintain possession.
Nice. I was busy yapping away.
And one more sponsor that we would like to thank is Jackson Photo. Colorado Alpenglow wants to thank Jackson Photo, the official photography of the Colorado Alpenglow Ultimate Team. Thanks, Jackson Photo.
Incredible photographer. He's captured some wild moments of my face on the field that I promptly asked him not to put up because I look crazy while I play.
All right, just over a minute left in this game. What do we think Alpenglow is looking to do here?
I think they're going to try to really pressure the reset here and take away these unders and force kind of a bigger throw over the top or to the wide side, to the high side.
Aragon picks up the disc for Utah Wild. Finds Kircher up line. Kircher just inside. To Williams. Williams gets it off. Back to Kircher. Back to Aragon. Back to Kircher. Lots of handler movement from the Wild team right now. Sinslawski to number 99, Jen Cogburn.
Cogburn reels that in right on the edge. Great feet.
That was a quick goal. Just 44 seconds or so left in this final quarter. Utah Wild 16, Alpenglow 19. Could be an exciting final few points if Utah Wild has anything to say about it.
Absolutely.
Here's a look at that quick movement again. Cogburn reels that in, moving so fast she has to go past the sideline.
Definitely looks like sort of a hybrid of the offenses that we've talked about. That quick throw and go movement, quick decisions, quick throws, faking to one side, throwing to the other side, and then following your throw, as well as changing the location of the disc on the field to keep the defenders on their heels.
Roller pull from Utah Wild here. It's going to go out of bounds.
Also an underrated skill, roller pulls.
I believe that was Lily Terpstra with that pull. Going to find Reed in the middle. Looking at Pesh. Finds Thorpe. It's a little bit too high. It's going to be a turn for the Alpenglow. And Lily Terpstra is going to pick that up for the Wild. Terpstra to
looks like
Caldwell.
There.
Another high one. Wallen's going to come down with it, though.
Wallen has the wherewithal to be way back there, setting up the next cut and scooping up the trash.
Miller throws a little bit low to Lily, but Lily's going to come down with it. Back to Miller. To Wallen. Right in the center. Just knocking on the door. We've just hit time. We'll finish out this possession. Caldwell and Miller going back and forth. Just outside the end zone. Miller with the disc. Miller to Caldwell. Great patience here by the Utah Wild. Handler set right here. And Jade McLaughlin It's going to come down with that D to finish out our very first home game here at the Pinnacle Athletic Complex. The Alpenglow have won. Alpenglow 19, Utah Wild 16. Our first home game of program history, our first win of program history in the season. What a great game, great plays. Thanks for joining us.
This was an absolutely great game. No one team in control the whole time. And when we zoom out and look at the bigger picture for the Alpenglow program, I think this has been a great opportunity to change the trajectory of their season and be able to come into their next games with a lot of excitement, a lot more chemistry, and keep that momentum going as long as they can.
I agree. That was super fun. Thank you so much for joining us. And before we head out for the evening, one last group that we'd like to mention. The Alpenglow would like to highlight the Alana Chen Foundation, which celebrates and honors the journey of our local frisbee player who unfortunately died without access to the LGBTQ+ and mental health support her foundation now fights for. Please help us support and celebrate Alana's life by spectating at the Alana Tournament on April 15th and 16th and contributing to the foundation her family started in her memory. For more information and to donate, please visit www.alanafaithchen.org. Just some final highlights from the game here. Great plays by many, many players on both sides. The crowd had a wonderful time. I know Emily and I had a wonderful time here in the box joining you all. And we hope that you will be back for our long weekend home game. We have a couple different home games in May, Emily?
That's right. We'll have a couple more home games. You can hear us on the mics, or you can come show up in person and cheer on the Colorado Alpenglow. I am just mesmerized by these highlights. It is so cool to see women and non-binary athletes being highlighted and showcased, bringing such talent to the fields here. I'm excited for more.
Yeah,
just hungry.
Thanks for joining us for this Gloam game. I'm Emily Brixey.
And I'm Emily Harrell. No relation.
No relation. We'll see you next time.